If you think today's oceans are dangerous, you haven't seen anything. Imagine a place where a great white shark is nothing but an appetizer, where survival isn't measured in hours, it's measured in minutes. You've just entered the deadliest ocean in Earth's history. And no, you wouldn't make it out alive. Now picture this. You're dropped into warm, shallow water. At first glance, it looks peaceful, but you feel it. That creeping instinct in the back of your mind, telling you something is wrong. Beneath you lies a world built for monsters. You've fallen straight into the Western Interior Seaway, a prehistoric ocean that once split North America in two. It stretched over 3,000 kilometers across, from what is now the Gulf of Mexico all the way to the Arctic Ocean. A vast inland sea, teeming with life, most of it hungry. It wasn't like today's oceans. Here, the shallow depth and warm temperatures created the perfect breeding ground for predators. The Western Interior Seaway wasn't deep. On average, it was just 50 meters from surface to seabed, barely enough to hide in. Yet it touched every environment: deltas, estuaries, coastlines, open waters. It became a massive arena for natural selection. Every inch of it was hostile. The creatures here didn't evolve to coexist. They evolved to outkill each other. Ambush was the rule. Speed, stealth, crushing power. That's how survival worked. And you, a soft, slow mammal from a peaceful future, you wouldn't register as a threat, only as food. And the apex predators were just getting started. Deep beneath the shimmering surface, something moves with terrifying purpose. A shadow, long and serpentine. You've just met the Mosasaur. At up to 55 feet long, these weren't ordinary marine reptiles. They were apex predators, engineered by evolution to dominate the seas. Imagine the agility of a shark fused with the brutal jaw power of a crocodile. Now supercharge that with size. Their teeth curved backwards like meat hooks, designed not just to pierce flesh, but to hold it in. And once you were caught, escape was already off the table. Their bite force, 4 times stronger than any living crocodile. The most feared of them all was the Tylosaurus, a hydrodynamic torpedo with bone-crushing jaws capable of devouring turtles, fish, other reptiles, even other mosasaurs. They didn't just hunt. You might say they cleansed the sea of prey. And the worst part, fossil evidence suggests some species may have hunted in groups. So now, floating alone, imagine not one mosasaur, but several, circling beneath, patrolling, scanning, and closing in. Other species, such as plate carpus, developed distinct strategies, faster and better adapted to hunting in shallow waters, demonstrating that these reptiles had conquered virtually every available niche in the ecosystem. The Mosasaurus, however, took terror to another level with its formidable bite, strong enough to crush bones and shatter shells with ease. Its teeth, lined with double serrations, worked like natural steak knives, slicing through muscles and tendons with impressive precision. The supremacy of the mosasaurs was so absolute that they not only ruled the top of the food chain, they completely redefined it. Fossil evidence shows that they fed on a wide range of prey, from fish and squid to other large marine reptiles. Their evolutionary success was so remarkable that, at their peak, more than 10 different species coexisted in the same seas, each one specialized in its own form of predation. Maybe you think reaching land will save you. It won't. Because lurking near the coast, buried beneath the muddy silence, waits Deinosuchus, a prehistoric crocodile that made everything else think twice. 12 meters long, over 8 tons. Its skull alone stretched nearly 2 meters, almost the size of a grown man. And its bite? A devastating 100,000 newtons, strong enough to shatter dinosaur bones like twigs, or obliterate a human in one snap. It didn't chase. It waited. At river mouths, estuaries, and coastal shallows, zones it ruled as death traps. Like modern crocodilians, it used patience like a weapon. Still, silent, sudden. But unlike today's crocs, Deinosuchus could take prey from both land and water. Its teeth were thick, cone-shaped spears, perfect for gripping, puncturing, and crushing hard bone. Its jaws were shaped to inflict maximum internal damage, and its body, armored in heavy osteoderms, a natural shield against everything, including other apex predators. Some believe Deinosuchus could have even challenged a Tyrannosaurus rex head-on. Giant cephalopods. Thought the reptiles were terrifying? You haven't met the ones with brains. Tusoteuthis was no mindless monster. It was a 3-meter-long ancestral squid with 10 arms covered in razor-lined suction cups. It didn't rely on brute force. It hunted like modern octopuses, with strategy, ambush, and eerie precision. You wouldn't see it coming. From below, in the shadows where light fails, it'd rise, arms first. And once it wrapped around you, it wasn't strength that killed. It was control. But the true leviathan of the deep was Parapazosia, a spiral-shelled ammonite whose extended body could reach 18 meters, larger than a city bus. Floating near the surface, it moved like a drifting planet, serene, but unsettling. And no one knows exactly how it hunted, or if it even did. That mystery makes it worse. Because in prehistoric oceans, not all threats roared. Some just hovered there, massive, unblinking, waiting. Here, intelligence wasn't your advantage. It was theirs. And just when you think you've adapted to the rules of this world, speed, force, ambush, one of them rewrites the playbook with tentacles. But in the terrifying landscape of this ocean, where each creature seemed to have evolved to be more horrifying than the last, Cephalopods emerged as a unique nightmare, a predatory fish that turned the act of swallowing prey whole into a form of aquatic terror. Cephalopods stretched over 6 meters long, with a mouth like a bear trap and eyes that locked on before it struck. It didn't chew. It didn't tear. It swallowed prey up to half its size, whole. Paleontologists have uncovered near-perfect skeletons of smaller fish, completely intact inside its fossilized remains. Imagine being eaten so quickly, your body barely knows it's dead. No roar, no chase, just speed, teeth, and silence. And it's hunting just beneath your feet. While massive Mosasaurs and giant crocodiles stole the spotlight as the era's most iconic predators, the true masters of evolutionary endurance were the prehistoric sharks, resilient creatures that turned the Cretaceous seas into a relentless battlefield. If today's sharks make you uneasy, these will make you panic. Meet Cretaceous, the Ginsu shark, 8 meters long with a head full of knife-like teeth sharpened by layers of glossy enamel, built for speed and built to kill. It could accelerate to 70 kilometers per hour in a burst and slice through flesh, bone, and armor in seconds. But what it hunted is what really matters. Not fish, not squid, juvenile mosasaurs, even other sharks. Predators hunting predators. Nothing was untouchable. And if you thought death came from below, think again. Cephalopods, the crow shark, tracked the shallows and coastlines. Only 5 meters long, but a master opportunist. Fossils show it feasted on dead dinosaurs, and even launched aerial attacks on flying pterosaurs. Yes, sharks that could leap from the water to snatch creatures from the air. Skies weren't safe. Land wasn't safe. And in waters like these, survival required more than just instinct. It required luck. And you? You're fresh meat surrounded by specialists. Each one evolved with a different playbook. All of them end the same way. With you, sinking. The reign of terror unleashed by these marine monsters ended as abruptly as it began. In violence. 66 million years ago, a 10-kilometer-wide asteroid slammed into what's now the Yucatan Peninsula. The sky ignited. Tsunamis swallowed coastlines. Ash blocked the sun. In this world of giants, the smallest lives fell first. Plankton, coral, algae. The foundation of the food chain dissolved, and without it, the predators starved. Cretaceous, gone. Squalocorax, gone. Mosasaurs, Cephalopods, Tusateuthis, erased. That once vast ocean turned into a dead sea. Fossils are all that remain, but they carry scars, bite marks, bones shattered mid-hunt, skeletons locked in combat. Evidence of a time when the ocean wasn't just dangerous, it was merciless. You wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes, and neither did they. If you made it through this dive into Earth's deadliest ocean, you're braver than most. Like the video. If you learned something terrifying, subscribe to Primalis for more ancient nightmares and prehistoric beasts. And hit the bell, because next time we're going even deeper. You don't want to miss it. You've met the icons. Mosasaurs, monstrous fish, ancient sharks, but countless horrors still lie buried in stone. The ocean's secrets are endless, and what we've shown is just the surface. What if some of them still existed or evolved? If you're drawn to the creatures, the science, or the unknown, there's much more to come. Welcome to Primalis.